Infertility is a roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster. I never realized how disheartening it can be at times, because it is, again, it's emotionally, physically, financially exhausting, and there's days where you just feel the world is against you. How are we ever going to have a child?
And we were kind of used to like working really hard for something, but then having it work out. Like, you have to work for a long time, and you know, no matter what we tried or what we did, we were not being successful, and it was extremely, extremely frustrating, and just made us both really sad.
We had a lot of friends kind of in the same process, and you know, one by one, they were all getting pregnant, and you know, the two of us are kind of like, okay, what's going on?
I felt like God was punishing me, that I had been bad. I hear that a lot, actually, from other women going through this. And then I felt like I was not being a good wife because David wanted kids so badly. And because I dragged my feet, then I created the real reason why we couldn't have kids, because I was too old.
It was hard to talk to our friends. It was hard to even talk to each other about it. Hard to talk to each other because we were afraid of finger pointing, or we were afraid that we would get into some uncomfortable aspect of it.
I think, yeah, it's also just having that patience, but I must honestly say it goes with frustration as well, because, yeah, month to month you're just waiting, and it's just negative and negative, and yeah, you sometimes just become depressed.
Or if you have fertility issues, to have somebody take you through the journey, kind of hold your hand and pull you along, that's a wonderful thing to have.
Designed by women with women in mind, the Wisconsin Fertility Institute is a marriage between environmentally friendly warmth and state-of-the-art technology that creates a stress-free environment for all of our patients. Open 7 days a week, the Wisconsin Fertility Institute offers our patients a full range of infertility and endocrinology services, as well as advanced gynecologic surgical and medical needs, delivered personally by 2 internationally renowned infertility physicians in the comfort of our spa-like environment. And because we're an independent, family-owned practice, we're able to place our focus on our patients rather than profits. We offer the best infertility services to our patients at a lower cost, so we can make these important treatments available to more people in Wisconsin.
We've created a center where the patient does come first, where we work hard to make it so that the patient can come first. We've created a center that's nice and relaxing. We've created a center where the prices are reasonably affordable. They're not cheap because you can't make this high-tech kind of treatment cheap. And what we listen to, who we listen to, were our patients. We asked them, what do you want and what do you need in an infertility practice? And they told us. They told us a lot of things.
They called, they sent long lists, they were great.
And we took those lists and we took that information and we built the Wisconsin Fertility Institute.
Yeah. There's one other huge difference in our experience here and experience at other places. We were successful here.
While we cannot guarantee that every attempt will be successful, we can guarantee that the environment, the expertise, and the level of personal care our patients receive will ensure that they have the best possible chance to be successful in their journey to build their own families.
So each patient gets a full hour with a physician. We educate them, we go through every option, we give costs, we give success rates, we give what to expect. We talk about emotional support, we talk about holistic treatment. We let them help choose their own treatment. Some people don't want to do IVF, some people don't want to be aggressive, some people do, and it really is their choice as long as it's safe for them medically.
I know I was apprehensive the first time on the way in to meet the doctors, and it's kind of like a waiting game, just waiting to see what they're going to say, but by the time we were walking out of the meeting, I was just happy that at least there was a plan of action, that there was something that they believed would work for us, and we were going to give it a shot.
One of the big surprises for our patients is how often we actually interact with them. I've had numerous patients come here who say they went to another practice and all they ever saw was the nurse practitioner, or all they ever talked to was the nurse or the receptionist. And in fact, we see our patients a lot. We like to see our patients, and we see them not only for their new visit, not only for a scheduled follow-up visit, but we see them during their ultrasounds, we see them during their inseminations, we see them during their procedures, and we talk to them on the phone a lot. So we are very interactive when it comes to dealing with our patients.
most of our time was spent directly with the doctors, with Dr. Pritz, versus, your first visit at other clinics is oftentimes you spend most of the time with a nurse and you meet the doctor for maybe 5 minutes and then the doctor's gone. And here it's just the opposite.
Dr. Pritz and Dr. Olive definitely give very personal care. We always felt like all of the solutions were tailor-made to our needs, as opposed to just trying to push us down one path or another that they were used to working with.
Finding a team of people that you can work with, and Dr. Olive and Dr. Pritz really, they're obviously the front people and they're wonderful, but they have such a wonderful team behind them. Every time that I would come in, everyone that I met with, from the receptionist to the medical assistant to the nurse, they were all just so upbeat.
Look around you. It looks more like a house when you first come in. It's like someone's home. And the people here treat you as if you are a guest in their home, unlike a hospital. You feel like a patient as soon as you walk in. It's cold and sterile. The colors here, the ambiance, everything about it. It's just more comfortable. It's stylish. It puts you at ease right away.
I don't think they wanted it more than us, but I think they wanted it as much as us. At least that's what it felt. And like Terry said, and you just don't expect that in healthcare. You don't expect your doctors to care that much.
We're much more compassionate because we truly understand. If a patient needs to sit down and cry, we sit there with them and let them cry. If they're anxious, we understand. We were anxious too.
Yeah, there's no question that our personal experience has played into how we deal with our patients. It's not as if we see them as a couple that are coming to us for clinical purposes. These are people who are going through what we went through, and we know that, and we know how they feel, and we know what frustrations they're probably feeling, and we know what joy they could feel if they're successful or if they are unsuccessful and go through adoption like we did. And we want them to feel some of those things. We want to help them achieve what they want to achieve, and we're in this because it's a passion as well as a job.
Yeah, I love my job.
A lot of people go through this, and a lot of people go through it very much alone. And I don't know that I ever felt alone with them.
There aren't words for it. I mean, we wouldn't have this beautiful baby that we have today if it wasn't for, both of their help.
The Wisconsin Fertility Institute. You supply the dream, and we'll supply the hope and expertise to help you create a family.